Welcome to Talk Fluent English, the place where English becomes real, natural, and useful. Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome back to Talk Fluent. If you're listening right now, thank you so much for being here. And before we really start, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this podcast with anyone who's learning English or just trying to stay focused in a noisy world. Kamal, can I say something honest?
Always. When you say that, I already feel a little nervous.
I was about to say, if you're listening to this episode, there's a good chance you're already distracted. Maybe your phone is next to you. Maybe you're checking messages. Maybe you're listening, but also scrolling. And that's exactly why today's topic matters.
That's so true. And I'll add something funny. Sometimes I open my phone to check one message and suddenly 30 minutes are gone. I don't even remember what I checked.
Exactly. And today we're talking about distractions, not just the word, but how we talk about distractions in real English, how we describe them, how we complain about them, how we admit them politely, honestly, and naturally.
And this is perfect for English learners because distractions are part of daily life. Work, study, phones, noise, thoughts, stress. They all pull our attention away.
Let's start simple. Kamal, how would you say this in natural English? I can't focus.
I'd probably say I keep getting distracted or I'm having trouble concentrating. Those are very common.
Yes, and notice something important for listeners. Native speakers don't always say, I am distracted. They often say, I keep getting distracted. That little phrase, keep getting, shows repetition.
Right, like I keep checking my phone or I keep losing focus. And this is real life English, not textbook English.
Let's paint a real situation. Imagine you're studying English at home. You sit down, you open your notebook, you're motivated, and then
Your phone vibrates.
yes. And what do you say? You might say, I'll just check this quickly. But in English, we often joke about this. We say, I fell down a rabbit hole.
That's a great expression. I fell down a rabbit hole means you started doing one small thing and suddenly you're deep into it. Videos, posts, messages.
And you can also say, I got sucked into my phone. Very natural, very spoken.
Let me ask you something, Nora. What distracts you the most?
Honestly, notifications. Even when I don't open my phone, the sound alone pulls my attention. And I'll say something like, that notification totally broke my focus.
Broke my focus. That's a strong, useful phrase. You can also say it threw me off.
Yes, it threw me off means it disturbed your mental flow. And learners, listen carefully. This phrase is used everywhere, not only for distractions.
Now let's talk about internal distractions. This is very important. Sometimes there's no noise, no phone, but your mind is busy.
Absolutely. And in English, we say things like, my mind keeps wandering, or I can't stop overthinking.
Overthinking is such a powerful word. If you say, I'm overthinking, people immediately understand you're stuck in your thoughts.
And you can connect it to distractions by saying, I'm distracted because I'm overthinking everything.
That sentence is gold, simple, honest, and very real.
Now, Kamal, how do we politely talk about distractions at work or school? Because sometimes you don't want to sound rude.
Great question. Instead of saying, you're distracting me, you can say, I'm having a hard time focusing right now.
That puts the responsibility on you, not the other person.
That's very important culturally. English speakers often soften their language. You can also say, there's a lot going on around me today.
Yes, or it's a bit noisy, so I'm struggling to concentrate. These phrases sound polite and professional.
Now, let's talk about a very modern sentence. I hear this all the time. I'm easily distracted.
Oh, yes, that sentence describes a personality trait, not just a moment. If someone says, I'm easily distracted, they're being honest about how their brain works.
And there's no shame in that. In fact, many people laugh when they say it.
Now, let's bring this back to learning English. Distractions are one of the biggest reasons people stop practicing.
Exactly. People say I don't have time, but often the real problem is focus, not time.
And a very natural English sentence is, I sit down to practice, but I get distracted so easily.
That's something many listeners can relate to right now.
Let's do a short, natural exchange, real conversation style.
Okay, go for it.
Kamal, did you finish your English practice yesterday?
Not really. I tried, but I kept getting distracted.
By your phone?
Yeah, and my own thoughts.
That's real life. And notice short sentences, simple vocabulary, but very expressive.
Before we move forward, let's give listeners something practical, one sentence they can use today.
Here it is. I need to remove distractions if I want to focus.
Clear, strong, and useful. You can say it about work, study, or even conversations.
And one more, I'm trying to be more mindful of my distractions. That sounds advanced and natural.
Mindful is a great word. It shows awareness, not perfection.
All right, let's pause the idea here. Not a pause in the conversation, just a breath. Because next, we're going to go deeper into digital distractions, habits, and how people talk about them honestly in English.
And trust me, what comes next will sound very familiar to your daily life.
So stay with us, keep listening, and if you notice your mind drifting right now, congratulations, you're already practicing today's topic without even trying. All right, we're still here, still talking, still very focused. Well, trying to be. And if you're still listening, that already says something good about you. It means you noticed the distraction and you came back.
That's actually a powerful idea. In English, we often say, I got distracted, but I refocused. That little but shows effort.
Hmm. Yes, and that's real life. No one is focused all the time. Even native speakers struggle. Even people who teach English struggle.
Let's talk honestly about digital distractions because this is the big one. Phones, social media, notifications, endless content.
And the funny thing is, we all use the same excuse in English. I'll just check it for a second. But that second is a lie.
A beautiful lie. And in English, we joke about this by saying one thing led to another.
That phrase is perfect. One thing led to another means you didn't plan to get distracted. It just happened step by step.
For example, I opened my phone to check the time, and one thing led to another. Suddenly, it was midnight.
Listeners, notice how natural that sounds. That's spoken English. That's storytelling English.
Now let's talk about something deeper. Sometimes distractions are not fun, they're stressful.
Yes, and when stress becomes a distraction, people say things like, I have too much on my mind.
Hmm. That sentence is very common. It means your thoughts are busy, heavy, crowded.
You can also say, my head feels full. Very simple, very human.
And when this happens, focusing in English or any language becomes harder.
Exactly. And learners often blame themselves. They say, maybe I'm bad at English, but the real problem is attention, not ability.
That's such an important message. In English, you can say, it's not that I don't understand, it's that I can't focus.
Hmm. That sentence alone can change how you see yourself as a learner.
Let's shift to spoken habits. Native speakers often talk about distractions very casually.
Yes. For example, sorry, I zoned out for a second.
Zoned out is a great phrase. It means your mind left, even if your body stayed.
And it's not rude, it's honest. People smile when they say it.
You can also say, I lost my train of thought. That's very common in conversations.
Especially when speaking English as a learner. And guess what? Native speakers say it all the time too.
Now let's practice a short, realistic exchange again.
Okay.
Kamara, did you hear what I just said?
Sorry, I got distracted for a moment. Can you repeat that?
Perfect. Polite, clear, confident.
And learners notice you don't need long explanations. Simple honesty works best.
Let's talk about distractions during conversations because this is very real.
Oh, yes. Eye contact breaks, thoughts drift, words fade, and in English, people say, I'm not fully present.
That's a beautiful phrase. It sounds emotional and thoughtful.
You can also say, my attention is split right now.
That means part of your mind is somewhere else.
Now, let's bring this back to English learning again. If you're listening to podcasts like this one,
And you feel distracted sometimes.
it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human.
And here's a very natural sentence. Even when I'm distracted, I try to listen actively.
Actively. That word is important. It means with intention.
Let me ask you something, Nora. What helps you reduce distractions?
Honestly, I say this sentence to myself, let me finish this first. It sounds simple, but it works.
That's a great inner sentence. And in English, people often talk to themselves like that.
Yes, another one is, I'll deal with that later.
That sentence creates space. It gives you permission to focus now.
Now, listeners, here's a powerful idea to remember in English. Focus is not about perfection, it's about returning.
That sentence deserves to be repeated slowly.
Focus is not about perfection, it's about returning.
Every time you notice distraction and come back to English, to listening, to practice, you're improving.
And you can describe that in English by saying, I'm learning to manage my distractions.
Not eliminate, manage. That's realistic.
Before we wrap up this conversation, let's give listeners a few natural phrases they can remember.
I keep losing focus.
I get distracted easily.
I'm trying to stay present.
I need fewer distractions right now.
All simple, all real, all useful.
And if you're listening to this while doing something else,
And you suddenly realized, oh, I wasn't listening.
that's okay. Just come back. That moment is the practice.
We're really glad you spent this time with us. Keep practicing, keep listening, and remember,
Even distracted English is still English.
and every small moment of focus counts.